This is Rev. Michelle Hopkins.
This Friday night, this one is real. We're watching the opening moments of what could be an enormous natural disaster, because the forecast for that so-called Frankenstorm is getting worse by the hour. Hurricane Sandy, right now a Category 1 with peak sustained winds at 75 miles an hour. It's already killed at least 40 people across the Caribbean, 40 in the Bahamas, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, and that is only the beginning. Meteorologists say this storm is soon going to collide with a blast of Arctic air, and that could turn it into a juggernaut, a superstorm. And government forecasters now say there is a 90% chance, a virtual certainty, that this superstorm will blast the East Coast. Perhaps 10 inches of rain in some spots, perhaps 2 feet of snow in others, and out-of-control storm surges all over. One meteorologist says Sandy could potentially affect more than 66 million Americans. From Florida up through Virginia Beach, into New York, Boston, and Maine. The governors of Virginia, Maryland, New York, and Pennsylvania have already declared states of emergency, along with the mayor of D.C. And power companies up and down the eastern seaboard are preparing for the possibility of widespread destruction, including a look at the paths this storm is expected to take.
I would like to show you why this Frankenstorm may be changing its trajectory. This is a 3-hour IntelliCast loop ending at 5 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, October 26, 2012, of Hurricane Sandy. I want to show you chem dumps that are actually showing up on satellite imagery in Hurricane Sandy or Frankenstorm. These are not illuminated by the sun. This is the middle of the night. These are chem dumps that are being dumped in this storm. As you can see, there is also a persistent stationary chemtrail. On this 3-day loop of Sandy, ending yesterday, we notice that she is hit on the southwest portion next to the eye with aerosol dumps, chem dumps. Can you see? There it is, the chem dump. One more time, as she emerges, she's hit with a chem dump to get her going again. You'll notice she begins to die down, and when she does, another aerosol dump. Now I'm going to show you Hurricane Sandy, fast and furious. Do you see the coastline of North Carolina, South Carolina, all the chemtrails that are fast and furiously put there on the edge of Hurricane Sandy? Now come up here. Look at all of this infrasonic undulation you've got it going on up here, you've got it going up down here in North Carolina, all of the infrasonic undulation going on. And what does infrasonic undulation do? It pushes the storm. Look at the direction of the infrasonic undulation. It is pushing that storm east-northeast and causing a greater velocity in that storm. Let's investigate the rest of the storm. You can see in the storm, the chemtrail. You can see it quite obviously. Now look at this. More sonic undulation. This sonic undulation is going around with the storm, and more chemtrail over here. Sonic undulation going on with the storm. Can you see the sonic undulation? Aggravating the storm. Can you see it? I've enlarged this photo so that you should be able to see it. I don't know if you can, but there is sonic undulation, infrasonic undulation going on all around and all about this storm. Curving the storm around, tossing it around, and steering it where someone wants it to go. This was Wednesday's track. This is today's track. Very different, wouldn't you say? Hurricane Sandy. Look at the top of this. You can also see some TTA manipulation right here. On again, off again, showing up on radar. This is in order to cause more aggravation, to steer it and to cause it to become more violent. Let's look at Venezuela. What is this? This is diabolical. They're even hitting Venezuela with infrasound. And look at all these right angle boxes. That is indication of infrasound coming down on the square receptors. On again, off again. This is TTA manipulation. Tesla Tech Array manipulation, otherwise known as HAARP. Let's go down here. This is Tesla Tech Array infrasound. And the reason it's being used is to create a new system around Santo Domingo, San Juan area, and force that system with this system so as to make it look natural, to steer it in the direction they want to steer it in. Let's look at the larger system over the United States. There's all kinds of weirdness going on. But look at this right here. What is this over here? Is it snowing over there? But look at this. A dancing globule. And on again, off again. This is TTA caught in action. There's some more TTA up here. Caught in action. You see south of Texas, this line right here, this is manufactured. And one of the ways you can tell that it's manufactured is you've got two spikes going to it. One of them is intermittent, and the other one is stationary and pulsating. And take a look at this. A spike in Nashville, Tennessee. What is it doing? It's creating volatility to come against the storm that's coming inland toward the land, to buffet that storm and make it more volatile. You see? This is a satellite view enlarged so that you can see some things for Hurricane Sandy right now. Let's come down here and look at some things. Right here should be very obvious to you, two chemtrails, very visible on satellite imagery. Very visible. Do you see how long they go? They go all the way down to here. Then you'll notice more chemtrails staying in the flow, totally against the flow. More chemtrails and more chemtrails. Now watch what happens when we go over here. Infrasound waves. Chemtrails that are caught in infrasound sonic undulation. Do you see it? Do you see the infrasound sonic undulation in the patterns in chemtrail in the flowing of this hurricane? More chemtrails. More chemtrails. Or Frankenstorm. Sonic undulation. More and more sonic undulation as you look at it. It's not the clear waving, the clear wave that you see here of the hurricane. You see the actual lines of sonic undulation. TTA, Tesla Tech Array, HAARP Type Array, HTA, sonic undulation. Right here, caught on satellite imagery amidst the chemtrail or Frankenstorm. I would like to remind you, Frankenstein was created too. This is Rev. Michelle Hopkins. Thank you for watching, everyone, and God bless you.